35. But Roger, must get your comments on Daniel Caines.
Well,
what a semi-final.
Well, what a semi-final. As Michael Johnson said, a mature run from somebody who's not that experienced. For Daniel, tonight he'll go to bed knowing that he's broken one of the big barriers. 45
and the world champion
seconds.
was in third.
World champion was behind him, but to run 44.98 in the semi-final of Commonwealth Games is a fantastic performance. And there is no reason now why Daniel Caines will not come out for the final tomorrow. I think that he knows that this is a wide open race. There is no obvious favourite for this race. Now, one thing about Daniel Caines, he always gives it 100%. He's always in there fighting. You know, he's won gold medals indoors, and he knows that with a partisan crowd behind him, with a good lane draw, there's no one there for him to fear. It isn't going to be easy, but he'll take it out, and the others may just try and think it's all about the last 20 or 30 metres. If Daniel takes it out and hangs in there, we could see a gold medal that we didn't expect to get from Daniel Caines.
You were delighted he broke body.
Francique of Grenada, Eric Milazar of Mauritius, Shane Niemi of Canada, Daniel Caines of England, and Michael Blackwood of Jamaica, and Christopher Brown of the Bahamas. Well, Ewan Thomas doesn't defend his title. There'll be a new champion. But this has been the most difficult to predict. We haven't seen the very best in these athletes, Michael, and it's very difficult to know how they will run this final.
It is difficult to know because you have Alian Francique and Michael Blackwood yesterday, the both favorite to win their semifinals, and both of those guys were at the very back of the pack with 100 meters to go. They'll have to run a different strategy today. I expect that what we will see is with 100 meters to go, you'll see Blackwood, you'll see Francique, you'll see Shane Niemi, who had a very good semifinal yesterday, Avar Moncourt, and Daniel Caines all together, and it's anyone's race.
Well, Moncourt is the world champion. He came from Olympic semi-final, wearing 311 in the light blue in the centre. He's got a good one here. Hasn't been totally positive in his qualification for this final. And Daniel Caines is drawn in the 6th lane. For England, it's a difficult draw in a sense. He's got Blackwood outside him, and Blackwood has been going off slowly. Daniel needs to go off quite quickly. He mustn't go off too quickly, though, and destroy himself, Michael.
Yeah, but lane 6 does not work so bad for Daniel Caines because he always goes out hard. So he doesn't run off the other athletes. So having Blackwood, who's a slow starter, won't really affect him. What will affect him is that he being such a fast starter will drag guys like Alian Francique, who normally start slow, around with him, and he doesn't really need that. He's those guys that start slow like they normally.
Well, we'll see how Milazar of Mauritius, the world finalist at 400 meters. We mustn't discount him. He's very, very useful indeed. He's in lane 4, and all of the principals inside Daniel Caines. Listen to this reception. Injured last year. Shouldn't worry, own race. I don't worry about times. He says, I just want to win. The times will come. 3:08, Christopher Brown of the Bahamas in the 8th lane, 45.11. He's got the hair roll. He will be the man chase. Useful, goes off pretty quickly and will need to. Blackwood, well, this is Milazar of Mauritius. Milazar, very, very low early on in the qualification. It's an enthralling prospect, this. This is the most unpredictable ones I've ever been involved in. Niemi, the Canadian, with the black headband. Now, Daniel Caines, can you control, consolidate, and then work hard down the home straight? What will you do, Moncourt? You're the world champion. This is a new year, a new season. And Francique of Grenada, a strange semi-final. He gave little on that. And Grenada have never won a medal in the Commonwealth Games. It could all change here. Hill, Moncourt, Francique, Milazar, Niemi, Caines, Blackwood and Brown. The Commonwealth men's 400 meters final.
Set.
Away they go. And as predicted, Brown's gone quickly and so has Caines. And Niemi's going. Caines already up, expected that. And Francique is going very quick. He's gone past Milazar, but Milazar's a fast finisher. He's going well. So is Niemi, and Caines is in good position at the moment. And Moncourt not getting any form as they reach 200 meters. Brown still leading outside. Caines is being run down by Niemi at the moment, and he's chasing Blackwood. Niemi that can go well. Brown on the outside, and right on the inside is Francique, and Francique is running very strongly into the straight, and Brown on the outside, and Niemi, and here comes Blackwood, and Caines has got an awful lot to do, and it's Francique on the inside, and Moncourt's coming through, and so is Blackwood on the near side. Who's going to get it? Blackwood! Is it not? it's a photograph. It's an absolute photograph. 45.09, Michael. It doesn't come any closer than that, and we're not sure who's got it.
As I said, it was going to be a lot of guys coming off of that curve. But what happened and what was really surprising is that Alain Francis completely changed his strategy today from what he did yesterday. Great effort by Daniel Caines. He went out hard. He ran his own race, which is what he should have done. The middle part of this was not very good today. He usually runs a more complete race. We'll see in the replay that the third hundred, Daniel Caines was not as impressive as it normally is.
Well, Blackwood has been given the verdict by 2/100ths of a second of Nimi of Canada. And I tell you what, he was way down at 200 meters, Michael. And as we said, you have to watch out for him. But look at that, very, very tight. And it is Blackwood on the side. Nimi is there. Caines, Quell. Now, the photograph is still not up for the bronze medal. Now, was it Caines? Was it Moncur? Moncur came through very, very strongly in the final stages. It's very, very close. Well, Michael, there were so many different ways of running the 400 meters, all demonstrated in this one race.
Lots of different. Right now, you got Avar Mancour out of this race. Alain Francis in the red in front right now, running a completely different race. He took it out hard. Avar Mancour at this point looks like he's got this race won. Daniel Caines looks like he's out of it. All of that is about to change, as you see right now. Avar Mancour and Daniel Caines, Blackwood all coming through. Blackwood takes the victory. Nimi second. I believe that it's Daniel Caines third. No, it's Avar Mancour third.
Yeah, it's so close. But really, when you think Francis was in great shape coming off 300 meters, Michael, I thought he'd got it. Moncur was too far down, I thought, to come back. But Blackwood had run, well, what we would call an evenly paced 400 meters and struck right on the last stride.
He did, and Avar Mancour he could have won this race. We could say a lot of guys could have won this race. Avar Mancour, he started a little too early with his kick. But let's look at Daniel Caines here. He gets how fast he does. He's already up on Blackwood. He runs a very good backstretch, and he's very relaxed here, which is exactly where he wants to be. Somewhere between 200 meters, which is right about here, and 400 and 300 meters, he goes to sleep. Shane Nimi at this point is making up major ground on him, and now he's going to have more work to do when he comes down the home stretch. That was not a good strategy. Now he's trying to make his comeback. And he does come back, but not enough, because the other guys that we can't see that are to his right have now gotten too far ahead of him.
Well, the photograph is still being... Oh, Moncur has been given the bronze medal. It's just come up on the computer at 45.12. I said at the end he was coming through very quickly, and Daniel Caines is out of the medals, but, oh, it was so close. Daniel Caines ran faster in the semi-final, and Michael, you were talking about his strategy, but it's so different in finals, isn't it? The mental state is different, the conditions are different, the competition's different.
The competition is different, the stage is different, but the great thing that I was talking about earlier about Daniel Caines is that he runs the same strategy every time. This time he ran a little different strategy, and I think that hurt him.
Daniel, you've been sitting here waiting. It's probably not the result that you wanted to see.
Not at all, but, you know, life goes on. I gave my best shot. Today wasn't good enough. I didn't want to come here and leave empty-handed, but it looks as though that's happened anyway, so back to the drawing board now, and I look forward to the Europeans.
I mean, with coming off the bottom bend, 300 to go, you had a lot to make up, didn't you?
I did, but I couldn't see where they were. I was in sixth. Had to run to a certain degree blind, but wasn't enough today. I'll learn from it, and I'll come back, hopefully stronger.
Yeah, you certainly will. I mean, it was always going to be tough. I mean, you know, we're talking about 4 or 5 guys in there that were all running about the same. It's going to be that close.